Chris.
And I'm Yanni.
And we have a special guest here today that's gonna, talk about the discussion of Juice WRLD with us. Let's welcome Kobe, guys.
Hey, Kobe.
So, if you have not heard, today we lost Juice WRLD. He was a legend in the making. If you're not familiar with him, he made the song Lucid Dreams.
All girls are the same.
Which was a hit. It was a mega hit last year.
Last year.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
What's crazy is the song came out around the time me and my boyfriend had broke up or whatever, right? And so, like, I had heard the song, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, but I never really paid attention to it. So then it was one day, me and him were talking one day, and he was like, I've been listening to that song, Lucid Dreams, like, on repeat. And I'm like, what? Like, you been listening to it on repeat? So then he played it for me, and I actually listened to the words. I'm like, oh, your black ass was going through it. like, you was going through it, but then it was like, he was really talking some shit in that song.
Facts.
And it was
Crazy.
like, you could feel what he was saying, and you could tell how hurt he was in that song.
I first heard it on Twitter. It was a video. You know what video I'm talking about? It was some little kid singing it. And I was like, yo, this song is fire.
When he was tweaking?
Yeah, he was tweaking in the car.
Yeah, I know what you're
so
talking
I
about,
was
yeah.
like, let me go see what that's about.
Let me go see what that's about. It's funny how I found out about Juice WRLD. It was All Girls Are the Same. And it was like with me and like my ex-boyfriend or whatever, like, we just kind of going through his problems. I see him listening to this song. I'm like, you dead ass, because I'm nothing like those females. Like, you dead serious right now? And that's all he will play. So I'm like, it is a little fire though. So like,
Right.
let me go bump this on the low.
Right.
That album was low-key hard, though.
Right, and that was the thing I could say about Juice WRLD. Like, a lot of people say he wasn't a legend just yet or anything like that, but what I can say is he definitely opened the doors and paved the way for a new sound of hip-hop. Like, because he had, like, the emo feel, the punk rock feel along with Uzi and them, but it was a different sound for hip-hop, and it was a different sound for, like, the African-American community, because the type of music he was making, people would associate it with being white people music.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. Black people love this music. White people love this music. Like, if you look at his festivals and like things that he've done, it was the
Like
crowd was so
multicultural,
diverse.
yeah.
It was so diverse, and he made it okay for people to be emotional.
For people to be emotional.
And to get rid of the stigma that boys can't cry, or boys don't feel a type of way, and like people don't go through depression and all of that. He made that okay. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like he had such a big impact on the music community. And then the fact that he was only 21. He just turned 21.
Literally 21. So he
days
was
ago.
like 19, like when he like first
When
came
he
into the
blew
game.
up, yeah.
Yeah. And another thing that I would say too, like kind of piggybacking off what you said, because somebody actually said like, oh, Juice WRLD isn't a legend. And I had to tell him like, honestly, bro, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Because to somebody like Juice WRLD, like you say, he just turned 21. He's in our age bracket as...
That's one of...
Well,
Hello?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So, as like, us being teenagers, we're going through heartbreaks, we're going through trying to find ourselves, we're going through, trying to become an adult with like everything just like on our shoulders. Go to college, don't go to college.
Right.
What am I about to do with my life? My parents is on my back about I gotta do this, I gotta be this person. And it's just a lot of emotions that, we face as young adults and teenagers. So for Juice WRLD to like, pour his heart and his feelings out into his music, that's why I say like he's a legend to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody that's probably like 30 or whatever might not see that. Somebody that doesn't feel or have been through what he's talking about, you're not gonna feel how deep he touches other people. So you can't sit here and say he's not a legend. He's not a legend to you.
To you.
Right.
but I feel like X started all that, though. And he worked off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like artists like him and X, because the same thing, X had a very short time period here, and he was only in the music industry but for so long, just like Juice WRLD. And I feel like artists like them, I don't think that they were supposed to be here for too long. I feel like they made the impact that they needed to in the short amount of times that they had in the music industry, because their music is going to live on. People are still talking about X to this day. People will forever talk about Juice WRLD. Lucid Dreams will forever be a hit.
And what they don't know about him, he was also like actually like really talented. Like
Exactly.
we don't have a lot of that nowadays. People just get fame, get a mic,
Yeah,
go
his
on.
freestyles was crazy.
And like back to what you were saying about like his genre, you would call it. Like I was reading it, like his whole like kind of like biography and everything, and his mom was really religious. So she like didn't let him listen to like rap music at all. So he would listen to like the punk music he get from like his skateboard games and everything like that. So I guess that was the influence on him. And then when she realized that he learned how to play the piano and he learned how to play the drums and he learned how to play the guitar, she literally got him lessons and everything like that. So like I learned that. I thought it was really cool that he learned how to play those things. And like even like when you really love something, nothing's gonna stop you from doing it.
Right. And that's another thing because you know, I gotta get into my little spiritual talk or whatever, right?
Go for it.
So and his Instagram name is Juice World 999.
Yeah.
And 999 is an angel number, which means permanence, perseverance, and persistence in spite of all obstacles, discouragements, and impossibilities. It is this that in all things distinguishes the strong souls from the weak. Exactly.
That's number
So-
one on Twitter right now. It's trending.
Right. So the fact that like that was in his Instagram name and that's what that number means is like he knew that he had a purpose on this earth. He is almost as if like they say sometimes like music sends certain prophecies or they send certain prophets. I feel like Nipsey, him, they were all prophets in a way and they were all supposed to deliver a certain type of message, which is why they were only here but for so long. Like Nipsey had been in a game forever. I say for like almost 10 years or whatever. But people ain't really start getting on Nipsey till Victory Lap came out, which was just, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
And then he just died just this March. So it's like artists like them, they were here for a purpose and they served their purpose.
Yeah.
And I also feel like too, not saying that them dying is a good
It's a
thing,
good
but
thing, yeah.
but like off of what you said, I feel like it's a wake up call too.
Yes.
It's definitely a wake up call because you know, Speaker Knockers actually he passed away. I believe he had like a seizure, like because he got overdosed. But Speaker Knockers didn't have a bigger following as like Juice World did.
Right.
And I feel like Juice World's passing is gonna wake up a lot of people. Like, yo, these drugs is not. They're not it, bro.
They're
They're
not.
not.
Why
it.
do I doubt that?
Yeah,
Like,
they still gonna do it.
they're-
forever.
It depends. It really depends.
Yeah.
It's 21
It's
to
not
wake.
going to be like a whole group of people be like, oh,
Look,
we just going to stop. It may affect individuals differently.
Yeah.
I just turned 21. I'm not done. I do not feel fulfilled. Like, I don't even think he did being a millionaire at his age. So, like, to just 21 and it's over, because, you know, like, pills and Percocets and lean, like, you know, like, I'll never get the war on drugs. I'll never get it. And I just feel so bad, like, for his family, for his girlfriend, for his friends. Like,
Well, see, like the thing with the drugs, and I feel
It's
like
so sad.
a lot of reason why like people in the music industry turn to them and abuse them and everything is because like we don't really know what happens in that industry. All we see is what goes on behind closed doors. I mean, we got a glimpse of it the other night with the whole Summer Walker thing. Like we don't
We
really
ain't even
know.
gonna get-
We're not. She's. I'm not even gonna waste no energy on
Summer,
her.
you're canceled.
Good night. But like, but it's just like we don't really know what happens, and a lot of the times they use these as like coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
And then the music industry and the songs that have come out is like they glorifying it, but I don't think that these artists like Juice WRLD and people like them who talk about it in their music, I don't think they're using it to glorify it. I think they're using it because they know that they have an issue, but the only way they could put it out is in their music.
Is in the
and
music.
that's, you know, certain people use drugs to make their music.
Right.
And another thing I
Yeah.
read when I was like looking
like
into
smoking
it,
weed and everything.
everything,
like that.
every song, like you hear it. Like
Yeah.
there's no way you don't hear it. And then I also read that like his parents separated young, so his mom was a single mom taking care of him, everything. And he's been doing drugs since he was in 6th grade. And I'm talking about leans. I'm talking about cigarettes. And he literally stopped smoking cigarettes. I think they said like somewhere in high school, maybe like his sophomore year, because it was leading to health problems. You're a sophomore, you're 16 years old in high
Right.
school, and you have a drug problem. That's, you know what I
That's
mean?
deep,
Like,
yeah.
that shows that nobody's paying attention. And that
Yup.
that plays a big factor too. Like I didn't even know what drugs were when I was in 6th grade.
Or he could have been really hiding it.
I
That
mean,
too.
yeah.
That
But
too,
I don't
but it's
think I
like-
feel like if you know your child or you know your friend, like somebody has to see it.
Yeah, and then it's like not even so much she was hiding it. What would cause? All right, he's in 6th grade. He's 11, 12 years old. What would cause an 11 to 12-year-old to think, oh, let me take these drugs?
I feel like that's on the parent at that part.
You can't put everything on a parent, but I feel like they should be paying attention.
In a
something
way,
was
at
going
that,
on in the house
for that
for
to
him, for that to even be a resort. Like
because
yeah.
like as like even when you're 10, 11 and everything like that, and from the years like down, your parent is like your guidance.
yeah.
You know, your brain isn't fully functioning to where you understand everything. Your parents supposed to know you in and out. Your parents supposed to make sure that you go to school. Your parents supposed to make sure that you got clothes on your back. Your parents supposed to make sure that you're learning and that you're going to be the best person that you can. So yes, I would say put it on the parent. That's still a child.
Once he gets to school, though, he can be doing whatever. You never know.
Right. We don't know what he was exposed to at that age. Like, he may not have been exposed to drugs in a house, but when he got to school, it could have been a whole different ballgame.
Where is he from?
I'm from
Chicago.
Oh, he's from, shit, makes sense.
I was gonna say.
It makes a lot of sense then. Like, because the parents could have been doing everything they could have in the house.
Now you think about
But
it,
I
he
still
died in
feel
the
like
airport.
In the Chicago
Well, yeah,
airport,
from
right?
Chicago, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's super sad.
Look, that shit could get real deep. Y'all know I could get real deep with that shit. Like, he was home. It was his homecoming. It was his homecoming.
That's like a good way to put it. And I know like other people were saying too, like, oh, he worshiped the devil, he sacrificed himself, all that other.
Oh yeah, I did see that video. There was some video earlier. I think he was with Herbo and all them, and I guess in the far distance there was like this ritual or something going on. They had all these candles, like it was like this.
I remember
whole
Juice
big
like
setup.
way back when Juice WRLD actually posted, like it was like he was on the beach or whatever.
That's the same video I'm talking about. And he was like, I'm about to go sell my soul, guys. I'm about to go sell my soul. And then people were like, and then Herbert was in the back, was like, I told that nigga not to do it. I told him not to do it. I told him not to do it. And it's like, all right, it's funny, but then it's like at the same time it got you thinking, like, hold up, like
I don't take
really
anything
going
like
on?
that lightly. When I get any, like, even every artist that's died, even Mac, in their music, they talk about it.
Yeah, the
Selling their
Illuminati,
soul.
selling their soul. Even Fetty Wap, his song. It's one of them that blew up, but I don't know which one it was. But he said, "I'm a devil worshiper." It's like when the song first start, you really gotta listen.
And Kanye too,
It's
trying to redeem himself.
He's fine. Yeah, and when it first come on, it's like, I'm a devil worshiper.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I feel like Kanye actually turned around though, for real.
I don't know what's going on with that man.
My pastor said in church, this was when the album came out. I think the album came out on a Sunday, unless Friday.
No, it was Friday.
It was a Friday.
So that
Yeah,
Sunday, he was like, you know, what I'm not gonna do is sit here and judge that man's fruit. And I agree. I don't believe it.
I can't really speak too much on Kanye. I just know ever since his mother passed, he ain't been the same.
Yeah,
And that's really all I could say. Like,
That's another
all
thing
this-
that Kanye sacrificed his mother.
Yeah.
All types of
Like,
all types
this-
of stories.
That they were saying that about Meg too. That she sacrificed her mom.
the
'cause-
baby's dad died, her mom
Oh,
died,
yeah.
all just like that at the rise of their fame. And I don't like to get in, like,
I
I
don't
don't
like-
know.
Yeah.
We don't know, but
Because we're
it's,
not in that industry.
But
the
it's people who
coincidences.
really do believe in that shit. Like,
How Beyonce put up like the little symbol and everything.
Oh, she with that.
no, honestly, no, because there was this story, and I bet you maybe only like 20% of these people know about the story. But her drummer, because you know how she had an all-female band, her drummer actually came out and was like, Beyonce was doing witchcraft, and how she would have certain people in the camp be like sex slaves and all this other shit. When I tell you that story was maybe online for like a day or two.
This is recent.
Yeah, it was like last year. Try to Google that shit now. I promise you it won't come up. Because what a lot of these artists do, like, why you think you never hear nothing bad about Beyonce in the media? Or Jay-Z?
Ever.
Because what they do, as soon as something comes up, they have people in the camp
Oh,
and
yeah,
they pay
handle it.
them to get rid of that shit. And
That's
people,
a fact.
And people tried to say, oh, that girl was lying. She was doing it for clout and all this other stuff. I don't think so, because we've been hearing about Beyonce being an Illuminati and doing all that devil worship and shit
Please.
for
I also
years.
don't feel like people, sometimes it's bullshit, but I don't feel like people just make up shit.
No. It's
Like,
some
everything
truth
comes
to
from
everything.
somewhere.
Everything comes from something.
It's some truth
So it's
to
like,
it.
everybody's saying the same thing and it's disappearing. Like, what you hiding? Like,
Yeah.
you don't got no response.
Right.
Now, I want to know y'all opinions on how do y'all feel about, and I'm sorry, but it's really crazy how some things be a little too ironic. Like,
I gotta hear
too
this.
ironic.
Are you about to talk about the TikTok challenge?
Yes. I'm
Wait,
about
what?
Yeah, you didn't. All right, so
So,
before
yeah,
he
go
passed
ahead.
or whatever the case may be, you had like a lot of kids on TikTok. It was the what song was it?
I don't even remember what song it was.
A Juice WRLD song?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
that they was
doing
making a
Juice
video
WRLD song.
too, and like they like did like a seizure,
they
would
would have some water
Oh,
in
I
their
think
mouth,
yes, I
and
know
they
what you're
would be
talking
singing,
about.
and then I don't know
Like,
they start
Somebody just did that with
seizing.
their grandpa. I just
I
saw
never
that
seen that.
online.
You never seen it?
I never seen it until today. But
I know
apparently
Nimby
this
like
was a
posted
challenge.
it.
Yeah.
It was a challenge.
This was a challenge like weeks before.
No, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it like
Oh,
on
yeah,
my
I had never
timeline and
saw
everything
it.
like that. You got like little kids singing a song and then they just stop and
They
like have a
start
seizure.
seizing.
And I'm like, I was just looking at it like,
That shit is scary.
okay,
That's
but
scary.
it's weird and what a coincidence.
Yeah.
that's how he died.
Well, there's always with artists like
Even
That's-
Nipsey, it was another coincidence too. I don't remember. Was it like the day he died and then it was like something else? It was like something else.
They
that
find a
happened.
coincidence with every artist.
Where
but there's
everything-
always a coincidence there.
Yeah.
Like even with Mac Miller, like his
Like-
last album, he's in a coffin. Mm-hmm. In the song,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
September
yeah.
I Fall, he died in September. Like I feel like for some reason I just be feeling like they know and they sign an agreement, and that's right before the depression. They're just so depressed.
They tried to say the same thing with X. First of all,
I
they
feel
tried
like
to
that.
say Drake sent out hitters on X.
Wow, I
seen
believe that.
I heard that too.
Because
believe
they
it.
was like, because I forgot what song it was. He
It
was
was-
like
it was,
shots to the neck, triple X or something like that.
It was
I believe it.
Was that Sicko Mode? Was
no,
it?
no, it was off his album.
Thanks. I don't want to shoot below the neck.
What song was that?
I forgot the name of the song.
I know what you're talking about. I know it.
But
No, I
Oh.
think that was Sicko Mode.
No, it
No,
wasn't
it's not
Sicko
Sicko
Mode.
Mode.
It's off his album.
that's
I
not
don't know,
Sicko.
but anyway, they were saying that he sent
Oh,
out.
Mob Ties.
Yes, thank you.
Mob ties.
And they were saying that he sent out hitters to get him in there because he got shot in the neck, and then everybody's like, "Look at the lyric, Drake did it," and it's always
And in the
some
same
type of
song,
weird.
he said Louis bags in exchange for body bags.
Right.
And he had a Louis bag.
Right,
Money in it.
Drake horrible.
right.
That's deep.
So it's like, I mean, that it really makes you question, like, damn,
What's
what
really going in?
exactly,
Going on in the
like,
industry?
What is happening?
And it's really crazy too because it's just like even the people that we even had come on the show that had like some type of experience like in the
They ain't
industry,
wanna talk
they
about
said
it.
it's one they can't talk
Yeah,
about
they
it.
can't talk about it.
let's get that
Yeah,
straight. They can't talk about it. But like I remember even going back, like even Benny Bass said like one thing I'm gonna say, the whole shit's fake as
It's
hell.
fake.
Everybody's just fake as hell.
It's fake. Like there was another thing where Sukiyana, she
She
on
posted the
Underground.
video.
She posted a video.
She was like, I don't want to do this. I should have never
And
sold my
I
soul.
have been following her for like a year or
I
whatever.
don't even know who that is. I'm being honest.
Me
She's
either.
she's an underground artist. I haven't followed her for like a year. I found her through Summer Walker because they're friends. And
Honestly, she
so I
be
remember
doing
when she
moves.
posted the video, she was like, "Y'all, I sold my soul to the devil. Don't ever enter the music industry."
Wow.
She was like, "They
I don't wanna
might
do
kill
this
me.
no more.
I don't want to do this. Like, I gotta protect my kids. They gonna take my kids."
so
And let me tell
That
you something,
video
it
came
was-
down 3 days.
I was
later.
about to say it was not.
It was
that
gone.
long. It
You
was
can't
not that
even
long.
find that shit no more. But right after she did that shit, you would have thought that she would delete her Instagram. She wouldn't be doing the music shit no more. No, she was right back on Instagram, dressing, getting all dressed up, doing performances as if nothing happened, as if she didn't just post this video of her fucking crying. She was in a
scary.
park. She was in a park at that. She was outside crying, no makeup on, no wig on, nothing, saying, "I don't want to do this no more." 3
That's
days
so
that video went
scary.
down. The next day, oh yeah, I got this performance, dressing all, doing all this stuff as if nothing happened. And I'm like, yo, that's scary.
And honestly, too,
Jesus.
I don't even want to bring up her name because like she did some bullshit with Jersey. First of all, Summer Walker, you definitely disrespected Jersey. But
What'd she do?
You ain't
we,
here.
hold on, we get into
We
that
can talk
in
about that later.
a little later.
I'm not
but-
even. It's about Juice WRLD today.
it is. But even like Summer Walker, like in the beginning and everything like that, she was saying that she don't want to be in this industry no more. Like she's over it. It's too much. Like everybody's fake. And you know, like the price of the money is not worth the energy that you
That
feel me
goes into
that
it.
goes into it.
Yeah.
So it's just like something is definitely going
Yo,
on.
and you think about the good artists, like that you consider good artists. Like, example, J. Cole didn't sell his soul, doesn't
he's
have a
low-key-
Grammy.
Oh shit. Nas don't have a
Don't
fucking
have a Grammy.
Oh shit.
Stuff like that. You know what I mean? I put that together because I'm like, it's
Nah,
always
that's
the good
different.
artists that you consider
They-
good and
The album's Grammy nominated.
It's Grammy nominated. It could be nominated all it wants.
He don't have a Grammy.
Nas has been nominated. I don't know how many times, but has he gotten one? That man been in the industry since before all of us was born.
And I never heard any worshiping coming from Nicki's side. She don't have a Grammy. Like I don't really know the Nicki story,
but they been said she was doing that shit.
Yeah,
probably. I mean.
Oh,
but yeah, I just really like that out there.
Nah, because that's I never thought about that.
So maybe that's why Cardi B won her Grammy last year.
Oh yeah, they definitely said she was doing it.
We could say that honestly over. Oh my gosh, I was really mad
to say
from
Cardi
here
because I've been following Cardi since 2014 when she was a stripper.
I've been following when she was posting videos in her bed, talking about sucking dick with a long ass tongue and how to fucking finesse niggas for their money out the strip club.
I was following her before ran down on that bitch twice before any of that.
Before she even started making music.
Yeah, I was following her, so that's why I'm like. Nah, like
she's still the same though.
I kind of seen her like grind and progress for this, so that's why it's kind of hard to say.
I mean,
she was in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. Like for a Grammy, like Nicki should have a Grammy.
Yeah,
like
she been in the game for. And
then for Lizzo, don't get me wrong, I like Lizzo personally, but for Lizzo to win over Ari Lennox. Did I say her name right? That's what I call her.
Lennox.
I call her Lennox.
She make
Ari Lennox. So I got her whole name wrong. I love her. That album was an R&B album.
I actually never listened to it.
No, please, when I tell you, when you clean in the house, put it on.
Okay.
Like that's her R&B album, and she lost. What?
She got a song with J. Cole too, right?
She does.
What's that? Shape of the Baby.
That song is
I should get into that.
She's great. And the industry is just messed up in so many ways.
Yeah. You know what's funny too? I was having a conversation with one of my friends earlier, and we was talking about. She was like, "You know what's crazy?" We was basically naming like the artists that like bounced back from doing drugs, and we was like, one of them was like Lil Wayne. Yeah. You know.
Did he?
He been doing drugs for years.
He gave us a scare because he was having seizures back to back to back. Like I think like the past 2 years, I heard of him having like 3 different seizures.
Hospital.
Yeah, it was that shit was regular and off of lean.
Yeah, you got him. Future, obviously we don't know if Future's still
Lil
doing
Wayne,
drugs, but Future had his moment when he was really off the shit.
Oh yeah,
off the shit.
That's all he talked about.
Yeah,
that was all he talked about.
Young Thug, you got Young Thug. So it's like all these like artists is like doing. I said Chris Brown, but Chris Brown's a cokehead, so I don't know if he falls.
Wayne, like, if we would have lost Wayne, bro,
that would hit home for everybody.
I was about to say the whole world would be shut down right now.
Like lockdown.
Like lockdown. I was saying that too. I'm like, yo, Beyonce was to die.
Social media would be.
It would be like,
bro. Like
I wouldn't even get on my phone.
Be sitting in their room like this.
And
stuck.
That goes back to people saying, like, an artist like Juice WRLD, like, appreciate people while they're here.
Yeah.
At least
their flowers while they can still smell
because it's
them.
like everybody, like, like today, he passed away. And now everybody's, like, on Twitter criticizing, like, he wasn't this and he wasn't that and he wasn't, like...
That's your opinion. People gotta understand facts from opinion.
I feel like if anybody can put a stamp in this world in any way that helps somebody, you're a legend to somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You did something. And you the one sitting at home on Twitter with your opinion and don't nobody know your name.
You could take your
You know what I mean?
And shove it up.
It's for different. It's artists that we like never heard before that I'll see on Twitter that they passed away and I never heard a song in my life, but to somebody else it was their whole world. So there's that. You know what I mean? Like there's some people who say Beyonce can't sing, don't like Beyonce. Like you said, what they say?
That she's not a legend.
That she's not a legend.
Are you out of your freaking mind? Like,
if you ask any of your top 5 artists today, who was their inspiration or who's in their top 5, I promise you Beyonce.
Beyonce's an icon. She's past the legend. Like, at least in my opinion. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. So when it comes to opinions on music, I just be like, I'm not have no input.
I'm not about to even sit here and argue with you.
I'm not about to sit here and do nothing. And it's also not even like everybody got a different ear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I can't be mad that you don't think this artist is appealing to you. Like, that's how I looked at it too.
Music is a type of art, for real.
Yeah, true. Is. And it appeals to different groups of people. Mm-hmm. Like the same people who listen. And this is how I knew that Juice World was that nigga. Because I said, like, my boyfriend was listening to a song. My boyfriend is the biggest Meek Mill fan I know. He listen to Meek Mill. He listen to underground trap. That's the type of shit he listen
that
to. That rah-rah shit. He listen to that shit 8 o'clock in the morning. But the fact that he was listening to Juice World, it just shows you, like, yo, he was relatable to everybody. Everybody fucked with him for a different reason. Future even had him on one of his songs. The people that listen
They got a whole album together.
They got a whole album. I'm bugging. They got a whole album.
That album was hard, too.
That album was really
They got
fire.
a whole album. The people that listen to Future, I promise you, they don't listen to Juice WRLD. But they listen to the album, and that shit was fire.
Because they
was
actually,
flames.
when I heard the album was first coming out, I was like, that's
What?
a weird combination.
That's a weird combination.
I was thinking that, but like when you really like sit there and listen to, because I feel like with Juice WRLD, it's kind of weird. He gives you like different flows in one song.
Right.
Yes.
He gives you like In My Feelings with trap. With,
I don't
like,
give a fuck. Yeah,
but I
but
don't give a fuck. Like it's so weird, and that's why I say like it touches people in different ways. Like which way are you coming at it?
Yo, to have Alicia Keys do a cover to your song
Bro,
at 21 years old.
That's big.
Wait, what song?
Alicia Keys, Lucid Dream. She
did?
did a whole cover,
did.
piano cover. She bodied that. I love Alicia. But for her to say, like, the lyrics touch me, for Alicia Keys, who writes her own music, composes her own music,
That's wrong music for some of the
would've
biggest
cried.
artists.
I would've
Like,
cried.
that's deep.
That's
but, like,
crazy.
I'm just thinking about his girlfriend. Like, I can't
Yo.
imagine the fact that she was with
She
him.
was on that flight, too.
She was
She was
on
on
the
the flight. And that was the last thing that
too.
was on her story, them getting on the plane. That was the last thing she posted.
I literally.
Prayers to her,
He
first
died
of all.
on the
Yeah.
plane?
Our
He died
condolences.
walking through the airport after they got off the jet.
Oh, so he had the seizure.
He had a
right there.
private
He had the
jet.
seizure in the airport, and then they took him to the hospital, and he died in the hospital.
She's probably mute.
So he was.
There's
he was
nothing
She
to
don't
say.
believe it.
And then he
And
died.
this is where I
Wow.
say too, like, you know, when certain people pass and some artists pass, I get y'all want to let us know, but like that's all you see
That's
down
all-
your timeline.
yeah. I
And
would
for
have to
somebody
delete
that's
social media.
for somebody that's grieving, especially a boyfriend, if that's your brother, your sister, your son, your cousin, I don't want to see this. All like,
At
I'm just
all,
getting mad.
Because I was going through her page. That was more than just her boyfriend. That was her best friend. That was her soulmate.
Yeah.
She
On
said,
the hip.
she was like, I trust my life with you. Like, that's a different type of love. Because I don't trust nobody with my goddamn life. I barely trust you with a pen. Give me back my pen.
Right.
Like, I don't trust you. But the fact that that was a soul faded connection.
Yeah.
And it's like she will forever. Like she'll probably find love again. She'll probably have a husband and everything. But you could just tell the connection that they had, and it will always be a piece of her that's attached to him. Like nobody will be able to fill that void.
It's like
and
the
fill that
plans
piece of
they
her
had
heart.
together is not happening anymore.
Yo,
Right.
it's kind of crazy too.
That would
Like
break my heart.
Like if you go through her Instagram, they were always together. Like it's
Literally
pictures of
always.
them. Like
That's so
just
sad.
straight. I think it's more pictures of them than it is of her by herself.
Honestly.
Yeah, like and that just
Honestly.
like they were
And
always
even on her
together.
Twitter, because I'm big on Twitter, every tweet, love him. Just how much they
Random.
supported each other randomly. Like he's everything. Like
her captions too, like it was like, tell me you love me, tell me everything gonna be okay, you not going nowhere.
That was
She
today?
No, like this, I'm just
no.
reading like her captions.
That's the
like,
crazy part. The fact that she's saying that and that shit didn't even happen today. She didn't even post that today.
she hasn't said anything. I mean, I feel like it's way too soon
I mean,
to
Yeah, I
what
don't
can you
even
go on
expect
social
her
media
to-
and
say?
say.
But like all her captions and everything, like what they pictures is together is just like
me see.
out of this world.
Heartbreaking.
Like she just got like mad like captions and everything like with them. But like soulmates, like it even say soulmates really find each other.
And then even if you could pull up some God's tweets, like when he was trending, like losing both of your friends in a matter of a year or two,
No, that's different.
saying like God take me too, you know, like it's so many different relationships you have with people. I get the romantic relationship, but I feel like the best friend relationship
It's a
hit
different
different.
type, yeah.
Like you lost both of your best friends. It's like, who do you call?
Right.
Who do you talk to? Christmas coming. Like, what? Like, I don't have my bros with me. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's only
crazy.
me left.
Nah.
Like, and everybody's just saying, like, pray for him, watch out for him, because you
Please.
don't know what like, I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me just bring up something. So I posted, the flyer on my page that we're gonna be talking about Juice WRLD today and everything on the podcast. Now, somebody said, Death Not a Legend. Chill. Obviously talking about Juice World. And I replied, that's your opinion. So they replied back, actually a fact, but to each his own. So then somebody else replied, like, definitely opinion. And he replies, like, prove it then. Prove what?
That's tricky,
I feel
though.
like at the time of your death, your legacy is the life that you lived. So I feel like the life that you lived holds value.
His
and wherever
impact-
you
his
left
impact
off
on
at,
people.
That's what I'm saying. It was his impact on people.
everybody's not
Like-
going to make it to 70, 80 at the time that you pass. If you made an impact, that's your legacy.
Like,
That's
for example,
period.
Jazz.
legendary.
Jazz. That was her favorite rapper. A lot of her music was inspired by him.
Juice WRLD, yeah.
When she blows up and when she's at the Grammys and everything, who was your biggest inspiration? She's gonna say Juice WRLD.
Her story
And that's
broke
gonna
my
be
heart.
3, 4, 5 years from now. And which means that he had that type of an impact, which means to her, he is a legend.
Her story broke
And
my heart.
the fact
bro.
that this person is really like trying to sit here and like argue, bro. I'm not about to sit here and argue about what your opinion is because
Right.
you obviously don't know the difference between an opinion and a fact. If
At
we want
all.
to sit here and talk numbers, we can do that because Juice WRLD, first of all, sold out shows. Juice WRLD had Rolling Loud on Smash, Coachella, everything.
I'm mad I missed him, everyone.
Everything. So
he went on tour with Travis too, right? Did he?
Not mistaken.
I feel like he did.
A
I
couple
think he
shows, I
did.
think so, yeah.
He
Yeah,
bought
he
out.
did.
Juice WRLD bought out Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch is hot right now. Everything.
That album
So
fire.
like we could really talk about numbers, but none of that matters. His music is what matters the most, and how he was impactful to people. So don't
Numbers
say
don't lie either, though.
That's what I'm saying. If we want to get into
Right.
numbers,
We could do that.
We could prove.
Right.
But he didn't even have enough time to, like, show his numbers, so you gotta just go off.
But
of, like,
I'm saying
the
like
impact.
what
let's
he's
but
done,
let's really
yeah.
sit here and talk about it. Juice WRLD was literally like an overnight sensation.
Right.
He was like an overnight sensation. So for him being in the game for like a year, maybe 2, and where he's at right now is still big versus people that been in here for 10 years. So if you really want to sit here and talk numbers, it's still like he's still gonna be up top.
yeah.
You feel me? You're the person who got in the game. Numbers might be bigger than Juice WRLD because they've been in here a little bit longer. But for him to be an overnight sensation and you really look at it and
hitting
compare
them
it,
numbers?
That
on.
person who made that comment, I feel like he hasn't even given, like, Juice WRLD a chance.
He probably never
So
listened to him.
you can't talk about an artist if you never listen to their music at all.
Right. It's
So
biased.
it's like, yeah, it makes no sense.
and then somebody else want to comment on the post like they saying he faked his death. Now there was a tweet going around where Juice WRLD said years ago that it was something like I just want to like get rich and go to a couple shows, live my life a little bit, and fake my death. Like he did say that on a tweet, but I don't think he faked his death.
I don't think he faked the one thing I did. Oh, sorry, I keep bringing up church, but in church, my pastor was
Don't
talking about how
apologize.
how words are powerful,
Yeah,
and how you can really speak things in existence,
that is
and
true.
people do that every day. So he was just like, in the grand scheme of everything you do, really watch what you say, watch the energy you put out into the world.
'Cause you manifest
people
it.
like to say, "Oh, that's bullshit," and that's some spiritual. Listen, if you're not in tune with your spirit, you wouldn't get it. But like when you get in tune with your spirit, you realize that everything you put out, it manifests
manifests.
something. So like while I feel like the tweet was ironic for the most part, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that he talks about in his songs. And this is what every artist who lost their life, every artist who's lost their life in their songs, they've stated that they were gonna die one way or another.
Yeah.
And what happens? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Biggie's album Ready to Die. Then Life After Death.
Everyone.
It's crazy how random it, like,
It's just it's so
like
random.
when I was hearing it, like I never thought like I'll wake up this morning and hear like, yo,
That
Juice
was the
WRLD
when
died.
I
first
opened
thing
my
that-
phone. That was the first thing I saw. I'm like, what the fuck?
Juice WRLD, like, and it was
I'm
the
like,
shade
no.
room, so I
Right,
knew it was
right.
real. But I'm like,
Somebody called me and told me. I didn't even know. I didn't.
Yeah,
Even
I got a
know
message.
My boyfriend didn't know. I was like, yeah, we doing a tribute to Juice WRLD. He like Juice WRLD. I'm like, yeah. He was like, I still see the
Oh, we
shadows of
gotta
our
call
room. That nigga. I'm
her.
like,
He
yeah.
said that nigga.
hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, how are you? You're in Illest Girls Next Door. Can you state your name for us and where you from?
my name is Lauren Hill. I'm from EO.
Hi,
Hey,
Lauren. What's up?
Hey,
Talk to
what's
us.
up, y'all? I was just watching your podcast, aka Lala Too Dope on the Gram. What's up?
Damn.
But,
Already.
I was watching your podcast, and like his death really, 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 really hit home for me, and I just feel like I had to call in and say something because, like, I feel like I was about to cry, and it's crazy. And what you guys were talking about his words being so powerful, like just 2 songs off the bat, The End of the Road for Us, Empty, and just songs and songs and songs about him just wanting to just give up his drug addiction and things like that. Like, the words, your words are so powerful. There's sometimes I be wanting to quote certain people on the gram, and I'm be like, nah, I can't say that. I can't say that. Because watching a couple of weeks, I might end up with what I said. You know, I can't say that. Or it's just, he was really impactful, and like, he is legendary. That nigga was able to just jump. Who career turn over like that?
Right.
He was able to do a whole tour with Nicki. You did a whole collab album with Future. You had songs with Trippie Redd, and Trippie Redd's fucking platform is next level. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was able to appeal to the white audience, the black audience, in between audience in a matter of 2 years. Like, he got that. He did that, and I'm just so proud of him. And I was honestly, like, one of my moments I could actually say I can share with him was I went to go see the Baby in New York City. And I actually went to this concert by myself. Like, none of my friends wanted to go. I was telling them for weeks, like, I'm going to go see the Baby. I don't care if nobody's going. I'm going to go see him. And he brought out Juice Wrld, and I was real close to him. Like, I saw he walked past me and everything. He did a couple of songs. His energy was just everything. And I was just so happy I was able to just witness that in real life. Like, and being a fan, like, this shit hurts. Like, and it's just, like, I'm just tired of dealing with this shit. Like, this shit hurts. And just also, like, we from around East Orange, just dealing with the death around here and just dealing with celebrity death. It's too much shit. It's just a lot of shit. It's really getting sad. Sometimes it feels like our dreams cannot be attainable because are we even going to be able to see our shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy out here, but I definitely had to come in and give my 2 cents because I just been sad all fucking day. Like, I ain't been this sad since my father died, to be honest. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you calling.
Like, thank you so much. And thank you for stating that he's a legend to people.
Yes. Thank you.
Legend. Now, if you hating, you a hating ass nigga. That nigga's a legend.
Straight
Even
like
if
that.
he's not a legend.
Right.
He did a whole fucking mixtape with Future. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Period.
And a lot of people like to say, like, oh, you don't know this person. How can you grieve? Grieve the way that you can. That person was giving you music that was helping you throughout all the time.
It's all
Like,
about
if Chris
impact.
Brown died, I'm done up.
Right.
Like, I had a little blog too, and I expressed that in my post. I was like, I'm grieving like I knew this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was
But
posting him like I
that
knew
just
this nigga.
shows you the type of impact that he had on you and your life. And that's why I say that he is a legend, because he was able to impact you and others in a way where you felt like you knew him. He was personable. He was somebody that you and others could relate to. So it makes sense for you to feel that way.
He got people through so much depression, and it's not even funny. It's just not even funny. It's just so sad that, and is what the topic of conversation really needs to be of how to teach people how to really kick the cup. Because, you can say kick the cup, but once that cup is immune to your system, it's hard. That's where these seeds start coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, your body is so immune to that you really got to keep drinking, or you really not going to live. And it's just sad. Just don't get involved with that juice shit at all. Just smoke your weed and keep it pushing.
Keep it the fuck moving.
It starts with the music, though. When they rapping about lean and all this other shit.
They make it seem like it's okay.
Yeah,
They glorify it.
It makes it glorified, and it's not. That shit is nasty, make you tired, and it's just nothing. It's just nothing for it.
Facts. First of all, I just want to say thank you for calling up and sharing, how you felt. Like, I think we all feel, we all feel some type of way, because that's, it's just crazy.
It's a shame.
It's like when you really think about it, like, okay, yes, we're all gonna die, but then it's just like, it's still so like hurtful to like even just like
turned 21.
The cause of death. That's what's like
was
And
even
the young
so hurtful.
Me, everybody is just so damn young, not even get to experience everything. That's the first thing I woke up to. Opened my eyes, looked on the gram, and saw he was dead.
Yep.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Same here.
I had to, I had to verify that shit on Twitter though. But
Oh, of course.
like, it was, yeah. But I was just like, damn, son, that's not what I wanted to wake up to this morning.
Right.
Like, what? You out of all people, nobody's even thinking about that. Nobody's thinking about that.
That is
But
so true.
y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I just had to call in.
Thank you so
for
much,
calling.
baby.
No problem. Have a good night, y'all.
You
Be
too.
safe.
I didn't even know he went on tour with Nicki.
Yeah.
I just
She
learned
They have a
that.
song
reminded
too,
me.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm
Wow.
not mistaken.
Yeah, she just reminded me. But like she was saying, like she was grieving like she knew him. That just shows the type of person that he was and the type of impact he had on people.
He had a lot of songs with a lot of people too.
He
if you
did.
think about it.
He did, and that shows you, because everybody don't work with everybody in the industry. So the
Yeah.
fact that he was able to work with all these people and he was still new in the game, it shows how much potential that he had and how much these heavy hitters really thought that he was going to be able to do it. Because Nicki not just working with anybody.
Nobody.
Future not just working with anybody.
That is
He wouldn't have
true.
been on tour with the Baby and Travis Scott. He wouldn't have been able to do none of that. They saw like, yo, this kid got it.
He got something
He
going.
got it.
Oh, we got another caller.
Okay.
Oh. Hello?
Yo, what it do, baby? What's happening with y'all?
How you been?
I'm just chilling. I'm hanging in there, seeing y'all was going live, and I don't want to damper everything, but I never really listened to the guy like that. But
Okay.
from what I heard, he was pretty cool. He had a lot of potential to keep going, and it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
It's definitely sad.
You know what I mean? He still sees the shadows in his room. Like, that shit was crazy.
How you
But
been,
other
though,
than that, what's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? It ain't about me. It's y'all show.
I've been really good, Mr. Anonymous. Just, going to school, working, podcasting, of course. We about to get back in the flow, so I should be hearing from you at least like every week or twice a week. So you
Listen,
already
I'll
know.
be lost in the sauce. Every time I think y'all there, I'll be like, wait a minute, not today. Oh, all right, and then I gotta be saving people. It's all good,
we about
though.
to get back in motion.
Nah,
we definitely about to
we-
get back in
It's all
motion.
Yeah,
good.
we took a little
Y'all making
hiatus.
big moves. Y'all making big moves, so it's excusable. You feel me? I could see like if you wasn't doing anything, just chilling.
Right.
Facts.
No.
All right, well,
Hey,
thanks
my
for-
man, who that over there in the corner? What's up, bruh?
What's good?
Well, how you doing?
I'm-
You make music or some shit?
Nah. I just go to school and work regular.
Nah. Okay,
I'm
that's
into
pretty
fashion
cool.
though.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's great. That's dandy. But you know what I mean? But keep doing your thing. It's sad, but that's just the way the world is, man. You never know until it happens.
That is true.
But we just gotta keep it. You know what I mean? We just gotta keep our heads up and just keep living life.
Amen.
Keep living life.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
living up
calling.
that life. All right, ladies, have fun. All right, sir. Nice meeting you.
All right,
have a
nice
nice
meeting you.
night.
Bye, Mr. Anonymous.
bye.
My
Bye.
name is Mr. Anonymous. Put some anonymous on my name.
Good night.
That man.
Hey, yo. If y'all knew the Illest Girls Next Door, that is Mr. Anonymous, who actually calls every show.
Wait,
So-
he never says his name?
Never,
No.
don't know him.
Never.
Nope.
We don't know him
I
from
fuck
a
with that.
can
That's
of
mad
like.
funny.
I think it's funny.
But he's so loyal. Oh, another caller.
To the
Okay.
end of the show.
Right.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, how y'all doing? This
I'm
is
good.
Hype Man Ricky,
Okay.
the new kid on the block.
You're
What's good?
Hey.
Talk to us.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
This is Hype Man Ricky. I'm the new DJ on y'all radio station.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
tuned into y'all show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're from
Y'all
Booming
doing y'all
Live.
thing. Huh?
I
Oh,
see.
you're on Boomin' Live.
Yeah, I'm on y'all. Well, I'm the new kid on the block. So, yeah, so I don't really know everything, but I'm tuned in to the your thing that y'all talking about Juice World, man. That's some sad stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's too young, man. Too young.
Yeah.
That is true.
But brothers gotta watch, take care of their health too, and all that other stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Gotta watch what they be smoking and drinking, all that stuff that take a toll.
Yeah, especially what you're smoking. Like, even though, like, some people like to turn the weed, some people lace their weed, so you have to be careful who you're around. You have to be careful who you drinking with, because people be envious of you. They be jealous and want to take your spot. So that's another thing. Watch your health. Watch who you around. Watch who you share your deep, darkest secrets with. Like, people is snakes.
Right.
Shoot. I hear you, man, because he would be trying to give me drinks. I'd be DJing in the club. Yo, you want a drink? Nah, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm
I got
working.
something in the booth. I'm good. Take my own drink.
Always sober.
Because you got to watch people, man. But that guy, man, he was doing a lot of features.
Yeah.
He had some stuff coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them mixtapes is dope, man.
I was about to say, too, even though he passed, I promise you an album mixtape is going to drop from him.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to drop from him.
Now they're gone. But you know the crazy part? You know, a lot of rappers, they make so many songs to prepare for anything to happen.
Yeah,
So
Tupac still releasing stuff.
I know he made a lot of songs. He's got a lot of songs.
Yeah. Got a lot of shit.
He got a lot, but yeah. But I called to tell y'all, man. You know, keep doing y'all thing, man. I'm tuned in.
Thank
And,
you.
I'll probably be on right after y'all. So.
All right, well, we'll tune into you.
Huh?
I said we're going to tune into you.
Oh yeah, man. Follow me on the gram.
Copy.
Follow me. Hopefully y'all come to one of my parties. You know what I'm saying?
Look, send it to Illest Girls Next Door DM, and we'll follow you back. Just let us know, like, send us the flyers or whatever the case may be, and we'll see what we could do.
Yeah.
All right, you know what it is. I'm planning something big. I'm just putting my mind together. I'm always gonna be something real scary. So, get ready for that.
Heard you.
All right, y'all keep doing y'all thing, man.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, peace and love.
Same to you. First of all, we're getting calls today.
Right.
I'm loving all the support. Thank you for anybody that's watching. We just wanted to talk about what's going on in today's, atmosphere, like what's going on today in the world. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD. My condolences, our condolences to his family, his friends, anybody that was close to him, anybody that felt like he made an impact on. Anybody that's feeling his death and grieving, mourning, whether you knew him or not, your feelings still matter because he mattered to us. So I just want to put that out there. Also, too, before Illest Girls Next Door does wrap it up, guys, now if y'all really love us and y'all really support us, y'all gonna start buying the merch that we're about to start selling. Let me tell y'all something. 2020 is about to be like, all right, I know everybody be like, new year,
This
new
my
me.
year.
Nah, but you dead ass.
New year, new, like, not
Like
even
that
new
ass.
year, new us. New year, like, better us. Like, fucking, like, on top of the world type of thing. Like, we're really, like, about to have our foot on y'all necks. So, I just want y'all to stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We basically revamping, like, the whole podcast. We got merch coming out. Everything is just gonna be different. So hopefully y'all proud of us. And I just want to say thank you to all our supporters. Thank you so much. Illest Girls Next Door has definitely came a long way. Like with the girls, the team, my producer Marv. Also, if anybody wants to start a podcast, make sure y'all tune into Bravery Studios.
Bravery up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bravery up.
So, it's Bravery Studios on Instagram. The contact info is in the bio. If y'all want Illest Girls Next Door to promote anything, if y'all want Illest Girls Next Door to host, just DM Illest Girls Next Door. Also, if you want to do anything like individually, also inbox Illest Girls Next Door. Also subscribe. Subscribe so you could get the latest interviews out. We're gonna start doing a lot of table talks. I ain't trying to give y'all everything. Y'all can get the sauce, but y'all gonna get it when y'all get to taste it. I'm saying, but also too, shout out to Stronghold for the sweater. I literally cashed out yesterday. They took my money, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. You feel me? Like, got the little global warming going on. Shout out to Stronghold for the merch. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all my guys. Y'all already know.
Right. Support black businesses. Shout out to Nobody's Favorite. Hit up Wrld Rashid on the gram. He get you hooked up. And also before we close it out, I lost a friend Thanksgiving weekend. R.I.P. Keon, my friend, my brother. Your spirit will live on. Your spirit will be forever unmatched. And I love you, bro, and I miss you.
Yeah, Nook definitely lost a legend. I personally didn't know him, but, you know, I'm sending my condolences to your family and everything. Y'all already know, though. I'm J Biz.
I'm Rissy Riss.
And I'm Yanni.
Kobe.
I'm Kobe.
Thank you.
And this is Illest Girls Next Door, baby. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.